And Friday the 7th. So we're back to lower body. We have a ladder. So that means we are doing 20 to 2. So we're starting high, working our way down. So because we end with 2, I know that the ladder goes by 2s. Or if we were to start with 2, I know the ladder goes by 2. So it goes 20, down by 2, 18, down by 2, 16, down by 2, 14, until you get to 2. Okay, that's how it works. And the way you do the exercises is everything listed, you do 20 of. Then you move on to 18, then you move on to 16. So you're gonna do 20 swings, 20 weighted quick pulse, 20 donkey kicks per leg, 20 straight leg deadlifts per leg. Then you're gonna do 18 swings, 18 quick pulse, 18 kicks, 18 lifts, 16 swings, okay? So that's just how you work all the way down to our 2. So donkey kicks per, and straight leg. Oh, I'm sorry, straight leg deadlifts is just your straight leg deadlifts. It's not single leg. So swings. So this is our overhead swing without going overhead. So it's just gonna look like this. Okay? Weighted quick pulse. So you can do this you can hold the weight however you want. Donkey kicks. Get out of my way. And then switch legs. And then our straight leg deads. Okay, so if you don't understand the format, I can explain it to you privately. So we're doing our swings. So again, your hinge motion is legs decent amount apart, hips and butt move backward, which makes your back start to fold, but make sure it stays straight. You can do that by making sure that your shoulders don't drop down. Okay, slight bend in the knee. So you're here, stand. Here, stand. Here, stand. So when you come up, you do want to thrust, but you don't want to thrust where you throw your back like this, okay? You don't want to be doing this, because even just doing it without weight, I can feel it's putting a lot of weird pressure on my lower back. So that's how I think a lot of people end up hurting their lower back when they swing. When you come up and thrust, you almost want to think like press down. So instead of letting your hips thrust upward, you almost want to think down. So when I come in, I'm actually thinking about squeezing my butt and tucking my hips, not opening up my hips this way, if that makes any sense. So I'm coming in here, which as you see stops me flat, instead of coming in here, which rounds me out right here, okay? So I want to come here, and again, if you kind of squeeze your butt, I shouldn't even say squeeze, well, it is squeeze your butt, but it's almost more like tucking your hip that makes you squeeze your butt. So if you think about tucking your hip versus opening, it might not make sense to you, but okay, and then weighted quick pulse squats. So quick pulse is just down, bounce, up, down, bounce, up. So you can do it with no weight. I would like you to hold a weight. So I think I'd probably do one across like this. Down, bounce, up, down, bounce, up, okay? And it's okay if you lean a little bit more forward than you normally would, because that's just kind of the nature of what happens when you're holding something here. You just want to make sure you don't go way down like that, or that you don't round your shoulders. Donkey kicks. So you're going to be on your hands and knees, and you're basically going to just do one leg at a time, doesn't matter where you start, but you're going to kick up and almost like you're trying to kick through the ceiling. So I like to have my foot basically flexed, and you're going to come in, kick up, in, up, in. Sometimes it even helps if you kick almost a little bit out to the side, so instead of straight up, it almost helps if you kick a little bit out. Whatever you do to feel it there, because what I don't want you to do is I don't want you going like this, which a lot of people do, because you're never fully engaging your butt. So if you go more up, you get a squeeze. If you're out here and you're kind of just doing this, you never fully get that squeeze, okay? And you're gonna switch sides. And then our straight leg dead. So this is another one where we have that hip going backward motion. So it looks similar to your swing. Your hips go back, your butt goes back, your back folds but stays straight, but now you have weight in your hand. So as you go down, obviously the weight goes with you. You hit about mid-shin, stand up. Slow lower. When you feel that, see how I'm up on my heels? I'm in my toes on accident. It's because all the weight is back here where it should be. You're gonna feel it pull basically here to here. So your hamstrings should really feel like they're being ripped open. Stand up. Slow lower, feel that pull, stand up. So make sure when you lower that you never reach with your hands. See how rounded I am? You always want to be here. You always want that straight back. Your butt should never be going down to the floor. It should always be staying up. The farther you want to be, basically, when you think about hinging, when you think about swinging, when you think about deadlifts, you should be thinking, no matter how much you bend your knees, your butt should be as far away from your ankles as possible, okay? So if you are doing your straight leg deadlifts, even though my knees are bent, look how far away my butt still is from my ankles. If you were squatting, it'd be way down here. See how close that is? So that's how you know the difference. If you're hinging, your butt should be really far away from your ankles, even if your knees are bending. See how far away I am? If I'm squatting, now the lower I go, they get real close. That is like the main indicator if you can't think of anything else. And that's it. That's your week 1.